Noticed in this day and age how it's always somebody else's problem, somebody else's fault. You and me, the consumer, really always have to lap up all the extras that these big companies decide to put forward. Now, over here in the United Kingdom, I'm sure it's the same in your part of the world. Shoplifting is on the rise, and so are attacks on those very hard-working staff that work in all of our retail departments. I've often said, really, that these people are really unsung heroes, particularly as they battle through the pandemic for us in many parts of the world. And of course, they do not deserve to be treated badly. But of course, now with shoplifting on the incredible rise over here, guess what? Once again, these very fat cat profiteering companies have decided, well, it's not their fault and someone else has to pick up the tab for this, well, pandemic, shall we say. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. I wanted to share this particular story with you because I'm sure, as I say, it's like this in your part of the world. Now, my theory on this is quite simple. And again, let me know what you think in the comments below. This is simply because shoplifting is on the rise for the ridiculous prices, first and foremost, that supermarkets are literally stamping on things while shrinkflation makes everything less than value for money. It's quite simple. There's no way that a packet of biscuits 18 months ago for 55p are now worth 1.95, but they feel that if you need them, you will pay for them. And that's the main deal for many people. But now moving forward, you see, shoplifting, as I say, is on the increase. But it's quite simple. This is simply because these stores, the major ones like Marks and Spencer's, Tesco, Waitrose, Aldi, Sainsbury's, Asda, all of the big ones have really reduced their staff. So you and I have to do our own shopping. We have to bag it ourselves, scan it ourselves, find our own basket, all the while now being sneered at by some commandant at the doorway who wants to check your receipt to see if you've done their job. And now over here, the head of Tesco, this man has decided that it's the British Police Force's job to actually deal with this escalating crime. Well, I would suggest differently. Really, this should be taken in-house by their own security teams from their mega profits. Now, a lot of people would say, well, they couldn't really do much. Well, apparently, according to the Metropolitan Police, which I reached out to today, unless the shoplifting exceeds over £200 with CCTV footage attached, then there's simply nothing they can do. But when you get feral teenagers running around on scooters and electric bikes, literally through the stores, filling their bags, all the while a man with a high-vis jacket stands there, totally ineffectual, normally on his mobile phone and normally not employed, indeed, by said security company attached to the supermarket, what do they care? A lot of the time, as I've been told by a very close source, some are simply working hand in hand. So back to the supermarkets. Do you agree that they should fund their own security and use whatever measures necessary to make sure this particular epidemic of shoplifting is simply curtailed? I'd love to know what you think genuinely in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.